God gave me a word last year for Loving Choices, and it was unity. Unity is the state of being united or joined as a whole, the quality of being one. With all that is going on in our nation and our community right now, in the pro-life movement, it's more important than ever that we unite as one force. We have to unite in the heavenly realms through prayer. God is orchestrating something bigger and better than we could ever imagine. And He's uniting everyone regardless of their religious affiliation, their age, their sex, their race, as one force. It says in Ephesians 6:12, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This is a spiritual battle, and we must unite in prayer for the day when abortion will be an issue of the past. For those who don't know, Arkansas is a trigger state. What that means is there are 11 states, and 12, starting November 1st, Oklahoma will be added, that by definition, a trigger state is a law that is unenforceable but may achieve enforceability if a key change in circumstances occurs. What's the key change? It's Roe versus Wade being overturned in the Supreme Court. So a trigger law is already on the books, and we're praying really hard that the Mississippi law that has made it to the Supreme Court will overturn Roe versus Wade, and at that moment, abortion will be illegal in the state of Arkansas. But until that day, we have to do as the word says and fight the good fight and not grow weary. We need to fight on our knees in prayer. We need to ask God, where do you want us to get involved? Are you to fight in prayer? Are you to fight in legislation? Do you fight as being a volunteer in Loving Choices? Or is your fight to donate so that we can continue the fight? A phrase I've heard often, that you've all heard often lately, is a frontline hero. A hero is one who, in the face of adversity, displays courage and strength. I want to recognize the staff and the volunteers of Loving Choices as frontline heroes. You are certainly heroes to the unborn. So if all my staff would stand and be recognized. Stay standing, and then if all of my volunteers will stand and join them. These are your frontline heroes of Loving Choices. My staff has a pen for each of you, so they'll give you, keep one for yourself, staff, and then give a pen to each one of them that volunteers. This is just a small reminder of who you are for the voiceless out there. So thank you for your service. I want to share just one of many messages that we receive at Loving Choices. We had a girl that she walked in and she was 100% abortion minded. She came in and she was lost. She saw absolutely no light, and she didn't see any way that she could parent. We poured into her like we do at Loving Choices, and we sent out prayer requests. We had y'all praying for her. But unfortunately, when she walked out, we didn't hear from her again. So we had no idea what happened. And it would be really easy for us to just say, you know what, there's plenty more that come in. She was abortion-minded. She probably aborted. We're just going to move on. But we don't do that at Loving Choices. We continue to call them. We continue to follow up with them because we want them to know what true support really feels like. After her baby should have been born, I want you to know she reached out to us. And she said, and I'm going to tell you in her words, she sent me a picture of her baby. She said, "Thank you so much. You guys gave me hope when I was unsure. Yes, it's been hard, but He is a blessing, and without you, He probably wouldn't be here." So that's why we do what we do. and that's why we're all here. We decided this year to give a theme is A Star is Born, because we believe every baby that's born has the potential to be a star that's going to shine bright. I want you to know that this year so far, we've saved 64 babies from abortion. Now, you probably think I messed up because it says 62 up there. I will have you know, yesterday we saved 2 more. Our centers have seen 1,083 clients so far this year. We also have a care center. You know, the pro-life has been blamed or been told that what we do is we save the baby, we don't care after that, we ignore the mom, we just want to save that baby. That's all we care about. So we've proved them wrong at Loving Choices because we have a care center. What happens, a girl comes in and maybe she didn't feel like she has support, she doesn't know what she's going to do. We put her in our care classes. She's going to come and be supported by a mentor. That's what our volunteers do. Every week through the entire pregnancy and up to 9 months after the baby's born. She's going to take classes where she's going to do Bible studies. She's going to learn how to be a good mom, and she's going to earn mommy bucks. She's going to buy diapers and wipes and maternity clothes and baby clothes and a baby bed and everything she needs to support that baby, because we're supporting her. We give her resources and whatever she needs to be successful. But we've had 1,529 care appointments so far this year. But don't worry, she did not get there by herself. We support the dads as well. Society has told men it's her body and her choice. So we have guys coming into the center constantly, and they're saying, I'm going to do whatever she wants to do. Well, that doesn't speak support to that girl. That puts all the onus on her, and it doesn't show her that she's going to support him. So we have male mentors that meet with the guys that are going to teach them how to have a voice. So we've had instances where the guy said that, whatever she wants to do, so they wanted to abort. He walked into the room with her, and he said, I really think we can do this. I really want to help you parent. And she's like, are you kidding me? And no, we can do this. So guess what? They are having a baby because he had a voice. Men also need to learn how to be good dads. So we have men classes where they can come to weekly, and they can earn daddy bucks because they need to help support and things like that also. So we've had 345 men's appointments so far. I hope those who have not met Alexandra, our mobile unit, had a chance to tour her today. A lot of people have asked me, why do we call her Alexandra? Well, I want to let you know that there was a little girl, and she was diagnosed with anencephaly. And her mom, Kay, wanted her life to have meaning, and she wanted her life to mean something. And she actually supported us to get our mobile unit so that we could have Alexandra. So it's named after her daughter. She's from Minnesota, but she has traveled 13, 14 hours to be with us today. So Kay, if you'll stand up. That is Alexandra's mom. And Kay, thank you for allowing us to be a part of the legacy that your daughter, I'm going to cry, being a legacy to represent your daughter. And I just thank you for that. Alexandra, for those who don't know, played a huge part in 2019 in closing down the Planned Parenthood. Unfortunately, for those who don't know, Planned Parenthood is back. They've opened up a huge facility in Rogers on Poplar Street, and they're working on getting their license so that they can start doing abortions right in our backyard. But Alexandra is back. But we have felt called to do even more. We need to be proactively pro-life and do the more that God has called us to do. So who is with me? Who wants to be a voice to the voiceless? Who wants to make a stand for the unborn? We are called to be a light in the dark world. I went to a CareNet conference this year, and they talked about what darkness truly is. Darkness is not just a lack of light. It is gloom and despair. And that is what these girls going into Planned Parenthood feel. They feel gloom and despair. They don't feel a light inside themselves, and so they don't feel like they have any choices. So we want to be an answer to that darkness by showing them the true light. That's why I'm excited to announce Loving Choices is opening up a third center right across the street from the Planned Parenthood. It's funny, I was trying to think, what color should I paint it? I'm going all these places looking at paint colors. What color should I paint it? And I had these women coming to me, we're praying for the little yellow house. Another lady, I want you to know that we're praying for the little yellow house. So she's staying yellow, and she's been deemed the little yellow house. God does not fight a battle that he cannot win. And the fight against Planned Parenthood, it's his fight. But I'm going to tell you how amazing God is. He still surprises me to this day. We had a Catholic family that donated the house for us to use. We have a Mennonite family that's donating the labor and the material to help us get the house up to code. We have a member from a Baptist church that's helping us with all the different codes, because there's a lot of them at the city council. And I want you to know that we have a charismatic church that donates soap, sanitizers, paper towels, whatever I need inside. I've even had someone from the vendor world that called me up and said, hey, we're closing down. We're not going to have an office here anymore. Can you do anything with 5 offices? So I have office furniture. This is the unity that God was talking about that he told me a year ago. I'm overwhelmed. This is not a religious fight. This is not a fight that's supposed to be dividing. This is bonding together the body of Christ, fighting for this act that's against humanity. We're fighting as a united force to bring the giant Planned Parenthood down and pray that one day abortion will be a thing of the past. We're hoping to get this center up and running soon. It's going to offer free pregnancy tests, free ultrasounds, free counseling for both the men and the women. And we're going to be that light showing them the true hope and support they need. We're also going to do abortion reversals. Yes, that is truly a thing. If a girl takes the first pill and is filled with regret, we get her into our centers and we flood her body back with progesterone, and we have saved 3 babies. But that's not all. As me and Penny were, as she said, spending 10 hours, literally she's not lying, in a room getting prepared for tonight, my phone rang and I answered it, and it was the abortion pill reversal nurse, and she said she had a girl. So we actually did another one yesterday. So I promised her, she's a believer, she just made a mistake and she's brokenhearted. I told her I was going to be speaking to 1,000 people, and she has asked me, she texted me again, asked me for y'all to pray that God saves this baby. So I want you to know that we're going to get this center up as soon as possible, so we need your help to help us get it up. But Alexandra will be there holding down the fort until we can get everything running and up. We're going to be a light, and with every baby saved, the stars are going to shine a little brighter. I ask that you continue to lift up loving choices in prayer. Again, I remind you, this is a spiritual battle. If prayer is not our foundation, we will not make it. In closing, I encourage you to prayerfully consider where God wants to use you for loving choices. Girls and guys walk into our center every day feeling broken and shame. We offer them a chance that leads to a new life for the mother and the baby and the father. Do you feel led to join our prayer team? I send out a prayer email every Friday. You can sign it and say you want to be on a prayer email. I also send out an echo prayer. Those are ones that you're going to get immediately. A girl walks in, I'm sending you an echo prayer to let you know, be praying. The girl just walked in. If you're interested in any of those, you can write and let me know. Stand with us today as we fight for the life of the most vulnerable, the unborn. We want more stars to shine bright. Thank you so much.